Hello there. My name's Tori, and I thought I'd take some time to make a video about what I'm doing here in my studio. This here is Camp Care. It's been a long time coming, I'll tell you that. I run this place as an Airbnb for the last couple of years, and during the pandemic, I still was able to be pretty busy, but I've decided that I needed to make it a studio and do what my intentions have been for quite a while. And so I'm going to make you a video about what's happening here and also what is available coming to all of you people who are watching. Unless you're in Afghanistan, I might not come there. I don't know. We'll see. I can make a deal. Anyway, here at the Camp Care, tell you that CARE stands for Creative Action and Radical Expression, because that's pretty much what I'm about these days. It's one thing to be creative and it's another thing to take action on it. It's one thing to be expressive and it's another thing to make changes with your creative expression. So that's really what I've been about for a long time, but right now I'm taking some action in offering some art classes and workshops, and actually what I call base camp. I'm an acronym person, just thought you should know that first of all. BASE stands for Let the Beauty and Awareness of Your Soul Expression Shine. And I don't really care how obnoxious I am, because it's something that I believe very strongly in. Maybe 2 or 3 years ago, I have it written down, but I can't really remember when I started a yoga practice, but that was pretty big for me to have a body practice, because I'm a stopper, healthy eater and things like that. But once I started this yoga practice, pretty much mostly every morning and at night and in the day and classes and whatever, I came to realize that just daily habits are life-changing. Yeah, they're life-changing. And I already kind of knew that. I mean, I've had a journaling practice for a long time, and so I added my journaling practice to my yoga practice, I make art all the time. It's just what I'm built to do. And so I have a daily practice that I call, get ready for this acronym, JAM. Jamming is journaling, art making, and movement. And that's what I do every day. And I'll tell you what, I turned 60 last year, and I feel great about most things in my life. Not everything. If you feel great about everything, I want you to just send me a message and tell me how you do it. But anyway, one way for me to just be centered and grounded, and guess what I did before I started this? I put some eggs on the stove, because I need to take some hard-boiled eggs to work, because I'm in the farmland. I'm in Mountain View, Wyoming, living near chickens and cows, and I don't eat cows anymore or chickens, but man, they make some eggs that are just, they're, ooh. So I have probably 11 more minutes on my timer while I'm making eggs, and so that's maybe how long this video will be. What I do here, I brought all my art supplies over here. I have suitcases to pack them up, to take them to your place, and let me get organized I'm gonna get organized in my head so that I don't ramble on and on in this video, because like I said, maybe I have 10 minutes left. So Camp Care is about care of yourself first, self-care, community care, and care of the earth. So the community care part, I've just told you about the self-care thing with my jam practice, and anybody that wants to join me in that, I will be so happy and excited to give you some information and also some videos and tutorials and all kinds of stuff to help you just integrate art with your life. When I started doing yoga, I started integrating tree poses in lines of stores. Like, it's just weird how things like that will just infiltrate your life and daily activity. So that's what care of community is about, I'm taking base camp. I plan to take base camp, and I have taken some art camps to treatment centers, and sometimes in my work. I'll be transparent there. I actually get paid to make art with kids and young adults and grown-up people. And so that's about the community. And so I'm really excited to use the tuition that I get for base camp to take to rehabs and shelters. And I worked for Volunteers of America for not long enough because I love that job very much. But the shelters and the people that are in pause, whether they're incarcerated or in addiction treatment or homeless shelters, domestic violence shelters, things like that, my intention is really to go and jam with these people. So that's about the community care. And the earth care is Mama Earth needs not any more stuff. Just like Mama Tori needs not more stuff. So I'm a big recycler. I'm a big Thrift Town person. Thrift Town? Remember Thrift Town? I'm a big, secondhand is my jam. Like, you can even shop secondhand. Did you know that? So exciting to be able to just, during the pandemic, kind of squash my thrifting habit and, my going to secondhand stores and flea markets and garage sales and things like that, kind of but I found a way. So there's online places to do that too. Let me know if you want to know. So that's how I feel about caring for the earth, is reusing things and repurposing things is also my jam. I'll take you on a quick tour of the studio here in a minute, but I just want to tell you what base camp is. What it is we'll begin with, it'll be a 2-hour thing, it'll be a once a week for a month thing, it'll be a weekend thing. This studio has, I'll show you in a minute. I've got beds, and like I say, it was an Airbnb for a while, so this is an apartment above the garage of where I live with my boyfriend. We live in the house next door, but this place is really private, unless you want me to come over and teach you how to do art stuff. But this is for rent, still in the capacity of doing base camp. So what it is, we'll begin any session of camp, we'll begin with a jam. So we'll do journaling and art making and some movement. I'm in the process of getting some yoga certification. I've never really told anybody that, maybe a couple of people. But yeah, I will definitely be a certified yoga teacher. I won't be the best because it's not my biggest thing, but you know what? I am a good artist, and so that's where I shine. But yeah, we'll do movement. We'll do some. I do Nia with my friend Lisa, and Nia, yoga and dance fit together for me. So don't trail off, Tori. Just stick with the program here. So we'll do some journaling, art, and movement in the beginning of our sessions, and then we'll learn art and craft techniques. We'll experiment with materials and tools. You want to know why I'm looking over to the side? Because I have notes here. Now it looks like I'm looking at you, but I'm really looking at my notes. What we'll really do is just make some cool stuff and some connections and things like that. So kind of my philosophy with art making is to slow down and to make art and to stay naughty, which means to me stay connected to yourself and to people around you and the world. Who can come to base camp? They're for everyone. It's good to mix ages and genders for me, but we can also be age specific and gender specific too. However that wants to form out. Some camps are for specific groups and some are variety camps. So that's where I'm at right there. How? In person, socially distanced and safety as needed. Online Zoom. I can do Google Meet, Zoom classes. I'm getting kind of proficient at that. I do a certain amount of work and a certain amount of personal stuff class-wise and things. So we can do base camps online also. When? Now, right now. I should show you something right now. I should show you how to make a journal right now. That'd be fun. Yeah, now base camp begin. My base camp offerings will begin in June. I got a busy May going on here. Got a wedding, got a birthday party, got a camp out with my kids. So I'm setting it for June. But if you're desperate for a base camp right now, my eggs are done. Hang on, better turn the stove off. Oh, cool. Oof. I did not. See, that's how time gets away from me. But I will try and do really good at being conscious of time and stuff for any kind of camps that you guys want to do. So yeah, I'll be available for your private or community groups in this studio, or I'll travel to your space. If you have a church group or a community group, a club, Girl Scouts, Boys and Girls Club, Boy Scouts, anything, I am happy to come to you. So yeah, that's where the where is. I got ahead of myself. So the camp studio is located in Mountain View, Wyoming. Sleepover studio, how about that? Wouldn't it be fun to bring your girlfriends up for a wedding shower or baby shower or something? I'm going to be really gender specific because I am a naughty girl. Yeah, but I'm not gender specific, man. I have 5 sons and they all do art of one kind or another. And so, yeah, anyway. I'm happy to come to you. So, and I'm happy to have a sleepover studio. We've got a kitchen here. As you can see, I just cooked some eggs. Oh my gosh. Let me just tell you a little bit about what I'm about as far as art goes. I already told you that I'm pretty good at art. What I mostly do is I make journals and need a drink. Last night, I made journals. So I'll show you from the most simple of binding. This is craft paper, so grocery bags or wrapping stuff. Like I said, I am on the cheap. I might just interject this here. Your base camp can be as little as $10 a person. That includes supplies and materials, tools, everything. I'll just come to you and you give me your money and we'll do a deal. So for a session, anyway, not for a sleepover. It might cost a little bit more because you're sleeping over. I try not to be about money, but I'm trying to earn some cash to take this on the road and go to the places in need of light, the light of art. And so I'm gonna mention that, but I do try and make it really reasonable. Anyway, about what I do, I like to make journals. So something simple like this, something really fancy like this. This journal I made at the first of the year. That's weird. It looks like peace, love, and backwards art. But yeah, I'll show you how to bind stuff, watercolor. This is, some paper that's been treated with all kinds of art techniques. It's kind of empty there. So I'm about that. I'm also about containers. So also when I take you through the studio, I'll show you some of the suitcases that I painted, but I like painting everything. I've left the wooden chairs alone. I've left a lot of wood alone here, but it's not easy. I found this at a thrift store. It's a doTERRA case. I think maybe somebody will recognize that, but I do some weaving. We just kind of get clear on this. So drawing, painting, stitching, I'm big into embroidery. So I can just show you with this. This has almost every art technique I use on here. So embroidery like this. It's not your grandma's embroidery, even though I'm a grandma. I don't really like to follow patterns that much. I like to make my own. So I would love to show you how to make your own patterns so you can just follow your own deal. And just all you have to do is learn some stitches, learn some brush strokes, learn some basic techniques, and you can just take off on your own. I got a wood burner last year. Can you tell? And I also started fusing glass in a microwave kiln. I have a kiln, a little small kiln, but I also have a microwave kiln, and I'm getting another one in the mail here so we can do more classes. But on this box, ooh, dang it, look at this. I fused just a bunch of mosaics and collage glass. I collaged some glass and some wood burning in there. But look, this case, I have a lot of essential oil, but I don't want to use that for this. What I do have is beads in the, here, let me just move this up. Beads, and then a lot of painted fabric that I'm going to be making some sanctuaries, is what I call them, just some little, I'm saying a lot, pins and different things to embroider, like just different bits and pieces. This is a pin that I made with just some scraps and embroidery and a little infused, it's a, what do you call that? It's a lava bead, and so you just can infuse that with oil, and it kind of still smells. Anyway, things like that. I like to crochet. I'm pretty dang good at that, and I have lots of we make bags and blankets and all kinds of stuff. So journals and containers are what I'm really into, and that's what a 2-hour jam will be. I'll get you started on a container. I'll show you here in just a minute. Let's just go around the studio because it's already been like a 15-minute video. Take this off the tripod here, and hi. I'll try and not be too wiggly, but I'll turn this around into, come on now. Well, maybe not. I thought, I don't know where my little icon is to twirl it. It's not let me do that.